The next phrase is not do something lightly. Not do something lightly means to do it only after serious thought or when necessary. He didn't make that decision lightly. This means he thought carefully before deciding. She doesn't break promises lightly. This means she only breaks promises if there's a very strong reason. They don't cancel meetings lightly. This means they only cancel if it's really necessary. The next phrase is not have the faintest idea. Not have the faintest idea means to not know anything at all about something. I don't have the faintest idea where he went. This means I have no clue where he went. She doesn't have the faintest idea how to fix it. This means she has no knowledge about fixing it. They didn't have the faintest idea what it meant. This means they didn't understand it at all. The next phrase is not hold water. Not hold water means not to be logical, reasonable, or believable. His excuse doesn't hold water. This means his excuse doesn't make sense. The argument doesn't hold water under examination. This means the argument is not strong when checked closely. Their explanation didn't hold water. This means their explanation wasn't convincing. The next phrase is not in the least. Not in the least means not at all. I'm not in the least worried. This means I'm completely not worried. She wasn't in the least surprised. This means she was not surprised at all. He didn't mind in the least. This means he didn't mind at all. The next phrase is not least. Not least means especially or particularly. Many people were upset, not least the students. This means the students were especially upset. There were several problems, not least the cost. This means the cost was one of the big problems. She has many strengths, not least her patience. This means her patience is especially important. The next phrase is not sleep a wink. Not sleep a wink means not sleep at all. I didn't sleep a wink last night. This means I didn't sleep at all. He was so worried he couldn't sleep a wink. This means he didn't get any sleep because of worry. She didn't sleep a wink before the exam. This means she stayed awake the whole night before the exam. The next phrase is not stand for something. Not stand for something means not accept or tolerate something. I won't stand for rude behavior. This means I won't accept rude behavior. She doesn't stand for dishonesty. This means she doesn't tolerate lies. They won't stand for any excuses. This means they won't accept excuses. The next phrase is not take kindly to something. Not take kindly to something means to not like or accept something. She didn't take kindly to criticism. This means she reacted badly to criticism. He doesn't take kindly to being told what to do. This means he doesn't like being ordered around. They didn't take kindly to the new rules. This means they weren't happy with the new rule. The next phrase is not think much of. Not think much of means to not have a high opinion of something or someone. I don't think much of that restaurant. This means I don't like it very much. She didn't think much of his idea. This means she didn't believe his idea was good. He doesn't think much of horror movies. This means he doesn't enjoy or value them. The next phrase is not touch somebody. Not touch somebody means to not have any emotional effect on someone. The speech didn't touch him at all. This means he felt nothing emotionally. Her story didn't touch the audience. This means the audience wasn't emotionally moved. That movie didn't touch me. This means I wasn't affected by the movie emotionally. The next phrase is not touch something. Not touch something means to not use, eat, or deal with something. I didn't touch the cake. This means I didn't eat any of it. He hasn't touched his homework. This means he hasn't started it. She won't touch alcohol. This means she completely avoids alcohol. The next phrase is not in your wildest dreams. Not in your wildest dreams means something is far beyond what you ever imagined. Not in my wildest dreams did I expect to win. This means I never imagined winning. She never imagined, not in her wildest dreams, that she'd become famous. This means fame was beyond her expectations. Not in his wildest dreams could he predict such success. This means the success was unimaginable for him. The next phrase is never in your wildest dreams. Never in your wildest dreams means the same. Something is extremely unexpected or surprising. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd meet the president. This means I absolutely never expected it. He said, never in my wildest dreams did I imagine this life. This means he's amazed by how things turned out. Never in her wildest dreams had she thought she'd travel the world. This means world travel was beyond her hopes. The next phrase is nothing ventured, nothing gained. Nothing ventured, nothing gained means you won't achieve anything unless you take risks. I decided to apply for the job. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. This means I had to try, even if it's risky. He asked her out. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. This means he took a chance, hoping it would work out. They started the business believing in nothing ventured, nothing gained. This means they took the risk for a chance at success. The next phrase is odds and ends. Odds and ends means small, miscellaneous things. He packed a few odds and ends before moving. This means he packed some random small items. The drawer was full of odds and ends. This means it had many different small objects. We just need to pick up a few odds and ends. This means we only need a couple of minor things. The next phrase is of your own accord. Of your own accord means voluntarily, without being forced. She left the company of her own accord. This means she chose to leave by herself. He apologized of his own accord. This means no one made him do it. They joined the project of their own accord. This means they joined willingly. The next phrase is off limits. Off limits means not allowed or not accessible. This area is off limits to the public. This means people are not allowed to enter. The topic was off limits during the meeting. This means they were not allowed to discuss it. His room is off limits when he's studying. This means no one should enter. The next phrase is off the beaten track. Off the beaten track means in a remote or unusual place. They found a quiet cafe off the beaten track. This means it's in a less known location. We love traveling off the beaten track. This means we like visiting less touristy areas. Their house is really off the beaten track. This means it's in a remote or hard to find place. The next phrase is on hand or to hand. On hand, to hand means available or nearby. Help was on hand in case of emergency. This means help was available. I always keep a notebook to hand. This means I keep it close by. The doctor was on hand during the event. This means the doctor was present and ready. The next phrase is on impulse. On impulse means suddenly, without planning. She bought the dress on impulse. This means she bought it without thinking ahead. He quit his job on impulse. This means he made the decision suddenly. They decided to take a trip on impulse. This means it was a spontaneous decision. The next phrase is on no account. On no account means absolutely never, under no circumstances. On no account should you open that door. This means you must never open it. She's on no account to be disturbed. This means no one should bother her. On no account are students allowed to cheat. This means cheating is strictly forbidden. The next phrase is not on any account. Not on any account means absolutely never, under no circumstances. You must not touch this switch on any account. This means you must never touch it. Not on any account should the files be deleted. This means deleting them is strictly forbidden. He's not to be contacted on any account. This means don't contact him no matter what. The next phrase is on occasion S. S. On occasion S means sometimes, occasionally. We go out for dinner on occasion. This means we do it now and then. On rare occasions, he stays late. This means he stays late sometimes. She visits her hometown on occasion. This means she goes back once in a while. The next phrase is on principle. On principle means because of personal moral rules or beliefs. He refused to lie on principle. This means his values won't allow him to lie. She quit the job on principle. This means she left because of her beliefs. He won't accept the offer on principle. This means he's rejecting it for moral reasons. The next phrase is on the dot. On the dot means exactly on time. The meeting started at 9 a.m. on the dot. This means it began at exactly 9. She arrived at noon on the dot. This means she was perfectly in time. Be here at 6 on the dot. This means don't be early or late. The next phrase is on the face of it. On the face of it means judging by how things appear. On the face of it, the plan seems good. This means it looks fine at first glance. It's a simple problem on the face of it. This means it appears easy but may not be. On the face of it, he seems honest. This means he looks trustworthy, but it's not certain. The next phrase, on the part of somebody, on somebody's part. Both forms mean done or felt by that person. It was a mistake on your part. This means you made the mistake. There was no bad intention on her part. This means she didn't mean harm. A lack of effort on his part caused the failure. This means he didn't try hard enough. The next phrase is on the side. On the side can mean in addition to a main activity or as an extra dish. He works as a tutor on the side. This means he tutors in addition to his main job. She ordered a salad on the side. This means the salad came as a separate extra dish. He's seeing someone on the side. This means he has a secret romantic relationship outside his main one. The next phrase is on the spot. On the spot means immediately or at the location. He was hired on the spot. This means he got the job right away. She fainted on the spot. This means she fainted right there. Police arrested him on the spot. This means they arrested him immediately at the scene. The next phrase is on the spur of the moment. On the spur of the moment means suddenly without planning. We took a trip on the spur of the moment. This means we decided and left quickly. He proposed on the spur of the moment. This means he did it impulsively. She bought the dress on the spur of the moment. This means she didn't plan to buy it. The next phrase is on the threshold of something. On the threshold of something means just about to begin something new or important. The country is on the threshold of change. This means major change is about to happen. She's on the threshold of her career. This means she's just starting her career. We're on the threshold of a breakthrough. This means a big discovery is very close. The next phrase is once and for all. Once and for all means finally and completely. Let's settle this once and for all. This means let's end the issue now. I quit smoking once and for all. This means I gave it up completely and permanently. We need to solve the problem once and for all. This means we want it solved forever. The next phrase is one of a kind. One of a kind means unique, special. That painting is one of a kind. This means it's the only one like it. She's truly one of a kind. This means she's special and unlike anyone else. His style is one of a kind. This means no one else has the same style. The next phrase is only so much. Only so much means a limited amount. There's only so much you can do. This means your ability is limited. I have only so much time. This means my time is limited. There's only so much patience I have. This means I can't tolerate things forever. The next phrase is only so many. Only so many means a limited number. There are only so many hours in a day. This means time is limited. You can make only so many mistakes. This means there's a limit before consequences happen. Only so many tickets are available. This means tickets are not unlimited. The next phrase is open to abuse. Open to abuse means easily misused or exploited. The system is open to abuse. This means people can take unfair advantage of it. This rule is open to abuse. This means it can be twisted or misused. Welfare programs are sometimes open to abuse. This means some people may cheat the system. The next phrase is open to criticism. Open to criticism means likely to be criticized. The decision is open to criticism. This means people may criticize it. His plan is open to criticism. This means flaws are easy to point out. The proposal is open to criticism. This means it may attract negative feedback. The next phrase is open your heart. Open your heart means share your feelings honestly. She opened her heart to him. This means she shared her deep emotions. Try to open your heart to others. This means be emotionally honest. He finally opened his heart. This means he expressed what he truly felt. The next phrase is originate from. Originate from means come from a source or place. The rumor originated from social media. This means it started there. This word originates from Latin. This means the word comes from Latin. The tradition originated from ancient times. This means it started long ago. The next phrase is originate in. Originate in is used with places or contexts. Jazz originated in New Orleans. This means jazz started there. The fire originated in the kitchen. This means it began in that room. The movement originated in the 1960s. This means it began during that decade. The next phrase is originate with. Originate with means start with someone or something. The idea originated with her. This means she had the idea first. The problem originated with poor planning. This means bad planning caused the issue. The complaint originated with the manager. This means the manager made the complaint. The next phrase is out of a job. Out of a job means unemployed. He's been out of a job for months. This means he hasn't had work in a while. She was suddenly out of a job. This means she lost her employment. Many workers are out of a job after the factory closed. This means they became jobless. The next phrase is out of place. Out of place means not fitting in or inappropriate. I felt out of place at the party. This means I didn't feel like I belonged. His comment was out of place. This means it was inappropriate. The painting looks out of place in this room. This means it doesn't match the surroundings. The next phrase is out of proportion. Out of proportion means exaggerated or not balanced. His reaction was out of proportion. This means he overreacted. The punishment was out of proportion to the crime. This means it was too harsh. The costs are out of proportion to the benefits. This means the balance isn't fair. The next phrase is out of shape. Out of shape means not physically fit. I'm really out of shape these days. This means I'm not in good condition. He got out of shape after quitting sports. This means he lost fitness. Climbing the stairs made her realize she's out of shape. This means she struggled due to poor fitness. The next phrase is out of the ordinary. Out of the ordinary means unusual or unexpected. Nothing out of the ordinary happened today. This means it was a normal day. Her behavior was out of the ordinary. This means it was unusual. That design is really out of the ordinary. This means it's very unique. The next phrase is out of your depth. Out of your depth means in a situation that's too difficult to handle. He's out of his depth in this new role. This means he's unprepared or overwhelmed. She was out of her depth in the discussion. This means she didn't understand enough. I feel out of my depth when talking about politics. This means I lack knowledge. The next phrase is outstay your welcome. Outstay your welcome means stay too long as a guest. Don't outstay your welcome. This means leave before becoming a burden. He outstayed his welcome at the party. This means he stayed too long. Guests who outstay their welcome can be annoying. This means they don't know when to leave. The next phrase is overstay your welcome. Overstay your welcome means stay too long where you're no longer wanted. He really overstayed his welcome. This means he stayed too long and became unwelcome. Try not to overstay your welcome at someone's house. This means leave before others want you gone. We overstayed our welcome and it got awkward. This means we should have left earlier. The next phrase is over the top. Over the top means excessive or exaggerated. His reaction was over the top. This means it was too much. That outfit is a bit over the top. This means it's too flashy or extreme. The special effects were way over the top. This means they were exaggerated. The next phrase is overflow with. Overflow with means to be full of something in abundance. She was overflowing with joy. This means she was very joyful. The basket overflowed with fruit. This means it was packed full. His heart overflowed with pride. This means he felt a lot of pride. The next phrase is owe your existence to somebody or something. Owe your existence to means to exist because of someone or something. We owe our existence to nature. This means nature made our life possible. The town owes its existence to the railway. This means the railway caused the town to develop. He owes his existence to modern medicine. This means medicine saved his life. The next phrase is owe your success to somebody or something. Owe your success to means credit someone or something for your achievements. I owe my success to my parents. This means they helped me succeed. She owes her success to hard work. This means hard work brought her success. We owe our success to teamwork. This means teamwork helped us achieve it. The next phrase is owe it all to. Owe it all to means give full credit to someone or something. I owe it all to my mentor. This means my mentor is the main reason for my success. He says he owes it all to luck. This means he thinks luck brought him success. They owe it all to one breakthrough. This means one event caused their success. The next phrase is pace about. Pace about means walk nervously or restlessly back and forth. He paced about the room. This means he walked back and forth anxiously. She was pacing about before the interview. This means she was nervous. I always pace about when I'm thinking. This means I walk while concentrating. The next phrase is pace up and down. Pace up and down means to walk back and forth in an anxious or restless manner. He paced up and down the hallway. This means he walked nervously back and forth. She paced up and down waiting for the results. This means she walked anxiously while waiting. I paced up and down thinking about the decision. This means I walked restlessly while thinking. The next phrase is pace yourself. Pace yourself means to regulate your energy or efforts over time to avoid exhaustion. You need to pace yourself during the marathon. This means you should manage your energy throughout the race. He didn't pace himself and ended up too tired. This means he didn't conserve his energy. Remember to pace yourself during the long hike. This means don't rush, save your energy. The next phrase is part and parcel. Part and parcel means an essential or integral part of something. Hard work is part and parcel of success. This means hard work is a necessary part of success. Living in a big city is part and parcel of modern life. This means living in a big city is an important aspect of modern life. Dealing with criticism is part and parcel of being a public figure. This means criticism is an inevitable part of the job. The next phrase is pave the way. Pave the way means to make something easier or possible. Her research paved the way for new discoveries. This means her work made the discoveries possible. The new technology paves the way for future advancements. This means the technology makes future progress easier. His actions paved the way for the peace agreement. This means his actions made the agreement possible. The next phrase is pay somebody a compliment. Pay somebody a compliment means to praise or say something nice to someone. He paid her a compliment on her new dress. This means he told her her dress looked nice. She paid him a compliment about his performance. This means she praised his work. I like to pay people compliments when they do a good job. This means I like to give praise when deserved. The next phrase is pay the price. Pay the price means to suffer consequences or make a sacrifice for something. You'll pay the price for not studying. This means you'll face consequences for not preparing. He paid the price for his mistakes. This means he suffered because of his errors. They paid the price for their reckless behavior. This means they face the consequences of their actions. The next phrase is pay tribute to somebody or something. Pay tribute to means to honor or show respect for someone or something. We paid tribute to the teacher for her hard work. This means we honored her dedication. The community paid tribute to the firefighters. This means they showed respect for their bravery. He paid tribute to his mentor in his speech. This means he honored his mentor's influence. The next phrase is peace of mind. Peace of mind means a state of mental calmness, free from worry. She felt a sense of peace of mind after finishing the project. This means she felt calm after completing her work. He found peace of mind by taking a break from work. This means he relaxed and felt less stressed. I meditate every morning to gain peace of mind. This means I meditate to feel calm and at ease. The next phrase is peculiar to somebody or something. Peculiar to means unique to or characteristic of someone or something. The accent is peculiar to the region. This means the accent is specific to that area. The behavior is peculiar to her personality. This means her actions are unique to her character. The traditions are peculiar to their culture. This means the traditions are specific to their society. The next phrase is peep at. Peep at means to look quickly or secretly at something. She peeped at the gift before opening it. This means she quickly looked at the gift secretly. He peeped at the answers on the test. This means he looked at the answers secretly. I peeped at the clock during the meeting. This means I glanced at the time secretly. The phrase is peep through. Peep through means to look through something in a way that is not obvious. She peeped through the window to see who was outside. This means she looked through the window secretly. He peeped through the blinds to check the weather. This means he looked through the blinds quietly. They peeped through the curtains to see the parade. This means they looked out through the curtains to watch. The next phrase is peep out. Peep out means to appear or be visible slightly, often from a hiding place. The sun peeped out from behind the clouds. This means the sun appeared slightly after being hidden. She peeped out from behind the door to check. This means she looked out secretly from her hiding spot. The kitten peeped out from under the bed. This means the kitten appeared slightly from under the bed. The next phrase is peer at. Peer at means to look closely or with difficulty at something. He peered at the map to find his location. This means he looked closely at the map to see where he was. She peered at the screen to read the small text. This means she looked closely to read the text. They peered at the stars through the telescope. This means they looked closely at the stars using a telescope. The next phrase is peer into. Peer into means to look closely inside something, often with effort or curiosity. She peered into the box to see what was inside. This means she looked closely into the box. He peered into the dark room but saw nothing. This means he looked closely into the room without finding anything. They peered into the future with hope and excitement. This means they looked forward to the future with optimism. The next phrase is peer through. Peer through means to look carefully through something, like glass, fog, or darkness. She peered through the fog, trying to see the road ahead. This means she looked carefully through the fog. He peered through the microscope at the tiny organism. This means he looked closely through the microscope. They peered through the window at the crowd. This means they looked out through the window. The next phrase is pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces means to try to recover after something bad has happened. After the breakup, she tried to pick up the pieces of her life. This means she tried to recover emotionally. They picked up the pieces after the company failed. This means they tried to rebuild their business or life. He helped his friend pick up the pieces after the accident. This means he helped his friend recover. The next phrase is pitch dark. Pitch dark means completely dark with no light at all. It was pitch dark in the cave. This means the cave had no light. The power went out and the room became pitch dark. This means the room was completely black. We got lost because it was pitch dark. This means they couldn't see anything. The next phrase is pitch black. Pitch black means completely black or dark. The tunnel was pitch black. This means there was no light in the tunnel. The night was pitch black without the moon. This means the night was very dark. He couldn't see anything in the pitch black room. This means the room had no light at all. The next phrase is place emphasis on something. Place emphasis on means to give special attention or importance to something. Our school places emphasis on discipline. This means the school considers discipline very important. The program places emphasis on speaking skills. This means speaking is a key focus. She places a lot of emphasis on health. This means she cares a lot about staying healthy. The next phrase is place importance on something. Place importance on means to consider something valuable or necessary. They place great importance on education. This means they see education as very important. He places more importance on family than work. This means family matters more to him. The government places importance on public safety. This means safety is a high priority for the government. The next phrase is play games. Play games means to behave dishonestly or manipulate others. Stop playing games and tell me the truth. This means stop being dishonest or evasive. He's just playing games with your emotions. This means he's not being sincere. She doesn't like people who play games in relationships. This means she values honesty and straightforwardness. The next phrase is play it by ear. Play it by ear means to act without a plan, decide what to do as things happen. We don't have a schedule, let's just play it by ear. This means they'll decide what to do as they go. I'm not sure what I'll say at the meeting. I'll play it by ear. This means he'll improvise based on the situation. We'll play it by ear, depending on the weather. This means they'll decide their plans based on how the weather turns out. The next phrase is play something by ear. Play something by ear, literally, means to play music by listening without using written notes. She can play any song by ear. This means she can hear a song and play it without needing sheet music. He learned to play the piano by ear. This means he learned by listening, not reading music. I just played the tune by ear. This means the speaker used their ear, not music notation.